All right, here's a quick look at how I added a return side filter on my Hightop HT10. So the unit's got a suction screen, and then it's got a filter on the high pressure side for the pilot hydraulics. You can see that down there with the red arrow. So it's got some filtration on board, but it'll be nice to just have a full system return filter just to keep things nice and clean. So first step was draining out the old oil. So it's almost exactly 5 gallons that came out of there, just right out that drain plug you can see at the bottom of the tank. So that made it nice and easy. Some really funny looking oil in there. Nothing like I've seen in machines over here. So I feel good about getting that changed out. You can't tell based on color, but it's just nice to have, something that's a normal color you're used to there to start with. So drained that out, and then coming around here to the back of the machine, it's going to be a little bit hard to see in there. I don't have great lighting, but this right here is the top of the cooler. So that's where the hose originally connected to. This hose comes back from the main valve block and goes into the top of the cooler here. So this is pre-cooler at this fitting, which is where you want to tap in just in case there's contaminants. You want to catch those before they foul the cooler. So basically I took that hose, I don't know if you can really see it, kind of right there, and I wrapped it around down the side of the machine. So coming over to the left rear side here, this is where most of the work was. So that hose connects right up there. So that's the factory hose. It's a DIN L15 or 15L, one of those 24-degree cone fittings. So I've got an adapter there, then a 90 into the filter housing. This is just a standard filter head with a bypass in there. And then this one's set up for -8 ORB fittings. I just hate using NPT stuff on hydraulics. It seems it's never quite in the right orientation or, getting the torque right. It's just a pain in the butt. So these ORB fittings are nice. Then coming out of the filter housing, got a 90 there, and then a new hose heading back up and around the cooler. Can't really see too much there, but it's just a 5/8 or -10 hose heading up back around. And then you can see the bracket I made there. So that's where the side cover bolts on. I just drilled and tapped a couple extra holes, and that heads back up. So that hose goes straight up, kind of in front of the cooler there. It's just a small hose, so there's no real restriction to the airflow to the radiator or cooler in the front. And then that hose loops right around here, and then catches right back into the cooler. The cooler, it had an adapter on it from 1/2" BSPP to the DIN 15L. So I just took that adapter out and adapted it right there to -10 JIC. So everything here is JIC or ORB where I connected into it. Overall, having gone through this machine, pretty detailed teardown to at least to get to the access covers off here so I could get everything mounted. I'm blown away at how well this thing is made. Heavy steel everywhere. Everything's been tight, packaged really well. I paid $12,600 for the machine with cab and air conditioning. And in the US, the engine alone is half of that. So I'm blown away they can make a machine like this and ship it halfway across the world for what it is. Don't have a whole lot of seat time on it, just a couple hours. More to come this summer, but I'm pretty impressed so far. Let me know if you got any questions. Thanks.